Welcome. Today we are going to learn how to calculate the surface area of curved objects using calculus. Specifically, we will understand why the magnitude of the cross product appears in the surface area formula. This is a fundamental concept in multivariable calculus. Our goal is simple. We know how to calculate the area of flat shapes like rectangles. But what if the surface is curved, like a hill or a sphere? We cannot just multiply length by width anymore because the surface bends. We need a way to chop this surface into tiny pieces, calculate the area of each piece, and add them all up. To do this, we use parametrization. Think of this as a map. We start with a flat, two-dimensional grid in the UV plane. A function, r of u and v, takes every point on this flat map and lifts it into three-dimensional space to create our curved surface. This mapping is the key to solving the problem. Now, let's look at a single point on that surface. If we move slightly in the u direction, we trace out a curve. The vector tangent to this curve is called r sub u. Similarly, moving in the v direction gives us a tangent vector called r sub v. These two vectors tell us the direction and steepness of the surface at that exact point. Here is the trick. If we zoom in very close to a tiny patch of the surface, it looks almost flat. We can approximate this curved patch with a flat parallelogram defined by our tangent vectors. The sides of this parallelogram are r sub u times a small change in u, and r sub v times a small change in v. This brings us to a crucial fact from vector geometry. The area of a parallelogram formed by two vectors, a and b, is exactly equal to the magnitude of their cross product. This geometric property is the link between our vectors and the area we want to find. Let's apply this to our problem. Our parallelogram sides are the scaled tangent vectors. When we take the cross product, the scalars delta u and delta v can be factored out. So, the area of one tiny patch of our surface is approximately the magnitude of r sub u cross r sub v, multiplied by delta u and delta v. To find the total area, we sum up all these tiny patches. As the patches get infinitely small, the sum becomes a double integral. This is our final formula. We integrate the magnitude of the cross product of the partial derivatives over the entire domain D. Let's look at a quick example with a cylinder. If we parameterize a cylinder using angle theta and height z, our partial derivatives point along the circle and up the side. Their cross product points directly outward, normal to the surface. For a cylinder of radius r, the magnitude of this cross product is simply r, leading to the familiar formula for the surface area of a cylinder. To summarize the process, first, parameterize the surface. Second, calculate the tangent vectors. Third, take the cross product and find its magnitude. Finally, integrate this magnitude over your domain. This method allows you to find the surface area of any smooth parametric surface.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.